Miss Sophie's magical classroom. Miss Sophie's classroom was different from all the others at Maplewood Elementary. It wasn't just a place to sit and learn, it was a world of movement, creativity, and discovery. With students who had ADHD and autism, she knew that traditional teaching wouldn't work. Instead, she made learning an adventure. One morning, as the students shuffled in, Miss Sophie greeted them with a big smile. "Good morning, my brilliant explorers. Today, we're going on a mission to learn while having fun." She clapped twice, and the classroom lights dimmed slightly. The sensory corner lit up with soft twinkle lights, fidget bins were ready, and a giant puzzle board stood at the front. The power of play-based learning. "Leo, can you help me pick our first activity?" Miss Sophie asked, handing him a special spinning wheel. Leo, who was autistic and loved predictability, spun the wheel and pointed. "Movement break," he said excitedly. "Perfect," Miss Sophie cheered. "Okay, everyone, before we start our lesson, let's wiggle the wiggles out." She played a quick 2-minute dance song, and the kids jumped, swayed, and spun in their ways. James, who had ADHD, jumped the highest, while Mia, who was autistic, spun in slow circles with a big smile. When the music stopped, Miss Sophie guided them to the next task, a math lesson with building blocks. "Who wants to be a number architect?" she asked. Ethan, who struggled to focus on worksheets, raised his hand. "Me!" Miss Sophie handed out blocks with numbers written on them. "We're going to build our answers today," she said. Instead of writing equations, the children stacked the correct numbers together, turning math into a hands-on game. Understanding individual needs. Midway through, Maya covered her ears. The noise was getting too much. Miss Sophie noticed right away. She quietly walked over, handed Maya her noise-canceling headphones, and whispered, "Would you like a quiet corner break?" Maya nodded and curled up with a weighted blanket, listening to calming ocean sounds from a small speaker. Meanwhile, James got distracted and started tapping his pencil rhythmically on his desk. Instead of scolding him, Miss Sophie handed him a small hand drum. "Here, let's use your beat to count," she said, tapping along. James grinned, feeling understood. Celebrating small wins. At the end of the day, Miss Sophie gathered everyone in a circle. "Today, Leo helped us choose activities, Ethan became a math architect, Maya took a self-care break, and James turned counting into music. You are all superstars." The children beamed with pride. Miss Sophie knew that her classroom wasn't just about lessons, it was about understanding, flexibility, and celebrating each child's unique way of learning. And in her magical classroom, every child was a success story in the making.